Welcome to the Transfer Exchange Show. We are live. It is a glorious day. And anyone moaning out there about the hot weather, shh. Do not jinx it, people. Do not jinx it. All right. How is everyone in the comment section? Here already. Nice to see you, Oliver. How is everyone in the panel? How you doing, Steve?
Yeah, I'm good, mate. Beautiful day, like you said. Enjoyed the garden and had a nice barbecue and ready for this. Yeah.
Is it a proper barbecue? Are we going to fall out? Or is it one of them switch on indoor ovens outside cheating kind of thing?
No.
Is it like proper coals? Because I spent this morning seasoning my barbecue. This is the level I'm at. That's I'm talking hickory wood chips and everything.
I'm talking putting things on that nobody would ever dream of putting on a barbecue before. My own specialities, you know. The barbecue people have specialities.
All right. This is going to turn into a cook-off. Don't because you will lose. You will lose. Nice to have you, Nathan. How you doing, Nathan? Good.
Yeah, good. Kids have been in the pool in the garden, little pool we bought. Blow up pool, not our own pool, by the way.
I was gonna say. I love the way you started up here, and then you're just like, you know what? I need to calm this down. They're gonna taxman.
Then we went to Formby Beach, so it's been nice. It's been nice, to be fair. Just got back, so a bit full of sand, so I need to get myself washed.
And how hard has this selection been for you?
Been very hard, to be fair. I've gone with obviously players that I've been watching throughout the tournament, and basically I've got one extra player in somehow, so I need to bring that down. But we'll figure that out once you guys give me a bit of your opinions. I might be able to change mine.
That's fine, because although I do have my 11, I also have 4 goalkeepers, 3 right backs, 4 centre backs, 3 left backs. So I've done my short list, and then I picked my team as well. So I can totally understand why you found it hard. All right, Steve, you found it hard?
I did. I found it very hard. So when I started, I thought it might be an easy one, but as soon as I started, you was finding so many different players in so many different positions, world-class players that have literally been having to been left out. But I've sort of gone for the people who played well in the tournament, not necessarily the big names.
All right. And did you find it hard not picking players that got to the semi-finals or finals, thinking that you had to pick those because they got further in the tournament?
You're talking to me, yeah. You know what's coming.
We know there's going to be a Hungarian specials in there, then, yeah.
You know he's going for a Czech player, that's for sure.
To be fair, there was a Czech player. There was a Czech player who was top goal scorer in there.
Yeah, but no, it was difficult. But I'm looking forward to seeing what you two lads got. So.
All right. Comment section.
Yeah.
All right.
Too bad. To be fair.
All right, people, viewers, hit the like button, hit the subscribe, hit the share, get your pen and pad ready, because we're about to get started. All right, let's go. Goalkeeper first. Now, some people may have thought this would have been easy, but in my head, I wrote down, without even looking, 4 standout keepers of the tournament. I'm not going to ruin it for everyone, so I'm just going to say the person who I picked. I went for Switzerland's Jan Sommer. Now, the reason why I went for Jan Sommer was because against Spain, he pretty much kept him in the game. I think it was 10 saves he made in that game. This was after. I checked the stats after. The penalty shootout against France, he was phenomenal. The game against France, he was brilliant. And I thought that Switzerland had a very good tournament. And I thought he was one of the key reasons why they were so good in the tournament. It feels like he's been around forever. And I think he's moulded himself into a top quality goalkeeper, and he's shown himself in this tournament.
Mm. Very good, yeah. Smallest goalkeeper in the tournament as well.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, I think he's only like 5'11" or something like that.
All right. Who did you go for, Steve?
I was really close to picking Jan Sommer. Really close. I was going back and forth between Jan's and the one that I picked in the end. In the end, I went for someone who we all know quite well. 18 saves in the tournament, 1 clean sheet, 8 claims from the box, 7 goals conceded. Someone who I like in a goalkeeper, and I think you do as well, Kieron. Goalkeeper that commands, someone who commands his area, and that was Kasper Schmeichel.
Yeah. Good keeper.
Yeah.
Well,
he
really
was
good keeper. Yeah.
I
thought he was excellent in the tournament.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I know he was. I know he let a few. I know he let 7 goals in, but there was times in them games where, he was. He was the captain on that pitch as with one other guy as well. But yeah, Kasper Schmeichel. In the end, it wasn't too hard for me to make that decision.
All right. Go on. You got Nathan.
As you know me, I go for who I think is the best player of the whole tournament. You all know who it's gonna be. This guy, he's been around for many, many years, yet he's still not old.
Yeah, I know you guy.
We've all seen his name on all them games and stuff and wondering, who's this guy? What positions he play? Oh, he's a keeper. Okay, let's see what he's all about. He's been playing at the top level for a long, long time. He jumps into this obviously country's goalkeeper spot, takes the spot up as his own, and it's like he's just never. It's like he's been there forever. He already had a world class keeper before him. This guy, his name is Gianluigi Donnarumma. The guy is amazing. For me, he just looked like a guy who's got no weaknesses. And obviously, he's part of the reason why he makes it look so easy. Don't need to make too many saves because the defense is so strong. But again, he didn't flap much. He didn't do anything. When he called on to save, he saved everything. And he just looked like he's unbeatable. He's massive in goal for the penalties as well. So, it's, Donnarumma for me. I'm going to put him as a number 1 goalkeeper. And he proved it by obviously winning the tournament as well.
Yeah, I mean, look, my short list for goalkeepers were Jan Sommer, Jordan Pickford, Kasper Schmeichel, and Gianluigi Donnarumma. Donnarumma, I think, was one of the players of the tournament. He was excellent.
The player of the tournament.
Oh, the player of the tournament. Oh, there we go. There we go. There you go. Hey. No. Do you know what?
Do you know he only made 9 saves in the whole tournament?
Well, great. You don't have to say.
Does that include the penalty shootouts?
The best keeper, I don't think.
I doubt it. No, I wouldn't have thought so.
Including penalties.
That's how ridiculous. Only 4 saves.
Or
maybe less than that. Yeah, but it's only 9 saves in the whole. And that's one of the things that sort of swung me the other way. Not that it's his fault.
I guess. Yeah, you can choose. You can choose a goalkeeper off making loads of saves. You can choose a goalkeeper off commanding everything, keeping the ball, not making any mistakes when the ball comes back to him, be in the right position to be able to clear stuff, all that kind of stuff. For me, I see it as wow. If you don't have to talk about the goalkeeper, that says a lot as a goalkeeper doing a lot, I think, for me.
Yeah. I agree with that as well. There's a lot that goalkeepers do when there's a clean sheet. I mean, some of the best games I ever had was when there was a clean sheet, but you're not looking at the goalkeeper and it's a 1-0. You look at the person who scored the goal. Yeah. But the goalkeeper's commanding the areas, he's organising the defence. There's a lot of things he does. So, and that's one thing that I say about Donnarumma. He's beyond his years. Yeah. He's so mature for a goalkeeper, and he does do that. He doesn't look. He's got Chiellini and Bonucci in front of him, but it doesn't. It's not like he's sitting back and letting them organise everything. He's doing a lot of the shouting as well. He's pointing. He's saying you've got to be there. And with those two players, you're going to have to be because they're not going to they're not going to want a goalkeeper that's just going to sit there and be quiet behind them. So
Exactly.
yes. So it looks like it's going to have to go down to the public vote for that final spot. Already differences in agreement with the centre back, with the goalkeeper. All right. So
Who's coming in? Who's going to turn up?
A short list of Sommer, Donnarumma, and Schmeichel as the goalkeepers so far. We need you guys to choose who's the winner out of them three. We'll pick that up at the end. But next up, we're going to start off with right back. Now, this one. Who's did I have? Who did I have?
I've got two players in there.
I had two. I had two as well. I had two. For me, this guy gets written off all the time. People would say, what would he be without his pace? But don't dismiss the fact that he's still got the pace and he still uses it to his advantage. His name is Kyle Walker, and I thought he was outstanding in this tournament. And not even going forward, I thought defensively, I thought Kyle Walker was brilliant in this tournament. The different, I feel like I'm seeing a different Kyle Walker over the last couple of years. He's matured as a player, and in this tournament, I thought he was absolutely brilliant. Like, we can talk about having Aaron Wan-Bissaka in that position, but I think Kyle Walker did a job that Aaron Wan-Bissaka could have done anyway. So I thought he was excellent in this tournament. So my one is Kyle Walker. Steve, who you gone for?
I mean, you couldn't. You know, it's hard to argue against Kyle Walker. There was quite a few when you look into it. There was quite a few really good right back performances. I mean, I had about, I'd say I had three that I was mulling over. In the end, I went for a guy who played in 6 of the matches but sometimes as the right-sided centre back, and sometimes as the right-sided right back when needed. He made 12 saving tackles, 39 ball recoveries, 4 blocks, 16 clearances inside the box, 17 passes into the final third of the midfield. Sorry, like in the final third. Remember, this is from a centre back stroke right back. He was named the hero of Denmark. The man who acted quicker when Christian Eriksen collapsed against Finland, and that is Simon Kjær, Denmark captain. You look at his stats over the European tournament. I think they're he's 4th, 5th best. He's right up there. He had an incredible tournament. And in the end, when I looked at it more closely, it wasn't that much hard to come to the conclusion that I wanted to put him in as that player. But incredible performance, incredible tournament. Big, thumbs up for all the way he acted on the pitch with Christian Eriksen. And he's going in as my right back. I had a couple more. I mean, I'll wait till Nathan's finished and then I'll mention them who they were. But Simon Kjær of Denmark.
He was brilliant in this tournament.
Denmark were obviously brilliant as well, weren't they? So to get as far as they got, do as well as they did as well. You know, they've done really well. So it's not bad, to be fair, Steve. Plucking out all them stats as well.
He
was one of these players who a lot of people might, miss. I know he was in Fabrizio Romano's team as well. Not that he knows anything, but he was in a few people's teams, and I'm just.
He's in my shortlist, but not a right back.
Yeah, well, obviously you got that, but for me, when you see in teams attacking this lad or attacking down his side, he's just unbelievable. He's done it in the Premiership all season. You know, whenever we had, he just cuts out danger like all the time. He's like, listen, You want to raise? Let's go. Let's
Yeah.
go. You want to Let's go. You ain't beating me for pay, so let's do it. And he just did that all tournament long. I'm here. You ain't getting down my side, not on my watch. That's how good he was. He was unbelievable. So Kyle Walker obviously gets my spot. There was the Spinazzola I was thinking about. He was doing really well, obviously. Picked up an injury. So Kyle Walker tipped him without having to really do much more than do what he was doing. So for me, Kyle Walker definitely on fire. And he's getting that spot for me.
All right. Kyle Walker gets the vote in this one. Yeah, my other ones. I know the Italian fullback was one, had a very good tournament, but I also like the look of one of my players to watch, Denzel Dumfries.
He was my other one.
Yeah, Denzel Dumfries was my player one of my players to watch before the tournament, and I was so impressed with him. He's like a man mountain at right back. You don't usually see these absolute weapons at right back. They're usually a lot shorter and a lot speedier, but he's built like an ox, pacey, brilliant going forward. And as he matures, scored 2 goals. And as he gets older, defensively, I think he'd become a much better player. So PSV have got a very good player on their hands, and whoever can get him and carry on his development, has got a very good player coming. Steve, who else did you have? Was it Denzel Dumfries? You said.
Yeah, it was him. I think there was another one, but it's gone out of my head for the minute. But Denzel Dumfries was the one that really. He was the first one that came to mind when I was picking me right back. Straight away, he comes to my head. Straight away, I can remember his performances. Very good going forward. He scored a couple of goals also in the tournament, which for a right back, I don't think many right backs scored goals in the tournament. He got 2, and I think he's sort of instrumental why Holland are so attacking going forward. And I think did he get injured towards the end? And I'm not too sure.
I'm not sure.
I'm not sure, but yeah, I mean PSV, like you said, PSV got a player there, and again, as Arsenal were looking for a right back. I mean, he's at PSV. I'm surprised Arteta ain't knocking on their door.
Yeah, same here. I'm surprised there's not more. There was a link with Inter Milan, but obviously, as we know, they've not got the money right now, and PSV want to sell players. They don't want to loan players. So, yeah, I'm surprised there's not more teams after him.
Yeah, he's a good player.
All right. Let's get on to left back. This one was tough.
Yeah.
My shortlist on this one was 3. In the end, I couldn't steer away from this guy. I could not steer away from him.
I know you're going to say now.
He got 3 assists.
It better be
3 assists.
Yep.
Yeah. From left back. Yeah. He scored a goal, which gave everyone hope. It gave everyone hope. I was running around. We're gonna do it. Luke Shaw, was outstanding in this tournament. We call him Shawberto Carlos for a reason, and that name will stick. This guy has had an excellent season, and he took it into the Euros, and he was absolutely brilliant. He had Jose Mourinho tripping over his words, double backing and apologising. That's how good he was. Because Mourinho don't apologise to no one, and he apologised to Luke Shaw. Luke Shaw, take a bow, son. Absolutely brilliant in this tournament. Different kind of player I've seen of Luke Shaw. Defensively was brilliant, as we've always seen with Luke Shaw. But it was like the old Southampton plus more. He was going forward. He was whipping the ball in early. His link-up play with Raheem Sterling was outstanding. It was a joy to watch. Luke Shaw, hands down. I say hands down. I had a short list of 3. But Luke Shaw was brilliant in this tournament. And he has to go in for me.
Yeah.
Steve,
Go on,
who you got?
Nate.
I don't even need to say no more. I don't need to say no more. The guy was a beast.
He was.
No, look.
He was. He was.
You know how much I love Luke Shaw. Yeah.
I know you're going for.
You know how much I love Luke Shaw. I think he's fantastic, and everything you said is true. And apart from Nathan, probably, but one of the people on here was just so pleased to see him shove the words back down Jose Mourinho's face. It was me. But.
He's gone for Kieron Trippier.
Yes. Nah.
But
I know who he's gone for.
I had before this guy got injured. He was the best player in the tournament, bar none. Bar none. No ifs, no buts, no is he second, is he third. He was the best. And that is Leonardo Spinazzola. He was just a pleasure to watch. He was impossible to pass as a defender. When he got the ball, he was impossible to pass. When he went forward, he also got assists. I think if it was 2 or 3 assists as well. Then he's gone down with this awful, terrible injury that's going to put him out for 6 months.
Achilles tendon, isn't it?
Yeah,
Achilles tendon. Nobody don't think. I think Nima was Nima may be aware of him before the tournament, but it's all winning here, one out the other. But I just can't, And it was Luke Shaw, Spinazzola. I didn't know which way to go. In the end, I just did it on a fair way, and which was both of them when they was playing. And for me, it was Spinazzola. So he's my left back.
Right. I did it based on the tournament, the whole tournament. So because Spinazzola's was cut short, and then Shaw went on to do better things, I think he must have taken that little spot just a little bit over him. Obviously, we know Spinazzola's really quick. He's a really good defender, and they obviously had clean sheets galore. But so did England. They had clean sheets galore, and Shaw was our outlet. Without Shaw, wouldn't have got to the finals. He did so well, setting up goals, overlapping all the time. And, the balls he put in, the defending he done, he just did everything right. It's like he was on point. He was so consistent of what he was doing. For me, Shaw had to take it just because in that final he's got there. He's also scored, and he just... he took it by the scruff of the neck and he made it happen. He doesn't even score goals. But to do that, for me, I think that just tipped him to get the extra spot. If you're talking about just the tournament, overall, for me, Shaw's got to be in there.
How good was that goal in the final as well?
Great.
What a goal.
What a counter-attack.
What a goal.
Move.
Oh, my word. I was just there. I was just there again. Oh, God.
I didn't think they were capable of that.
Neither did I. And
quick, that nice. That's
don't. And afterwards, for the next 20 minutes afterwards, pop. I was like, I can't take it. I'm watching England/Brazil. What's going on? And then it all crumbled. Yeah. But that's another topic for another day.
Yeah. I'm glad he's going in. But yeah. I'm glad he got
mentioned it. He got a great mention. Yeah, he was my second choice anyway. So either of them two.
Spinazzola was on my list. But another player who was excellent in the tournament before he got injured was Robin Gosens as well. He was playing at a wing back position. Completely changed Germany's game. Just constant threat down that wing. But again, he got injured before the England game, and he probably done us some good as well. So,
it's all about wing backs these days, isn't it? There's no flat back fours anymore.
No.
Everything's about wing back, and you've got to be able to get forward.
and get back and defend. And you can't just be a forward. You can't just be an ex-winger that gets shoved out a fullback anymore. Like, you get found out. You've got to be able to defend as well. You've got to be a full package. And we are seeing that fullbacks are becoming some of the best players around. So yeah. Centre back pairing. Ooh, big one.
Clear for me. Clear.
All right.
Clear as day.
Are we just going to give our two?
Just clear as day. My two.
All right.
My two are set. My two are just set. It's clear.
There's no way you can't pick the two I picked.
Here we go. Look at here we go. Here we go. You can't not pick who I ain't picked. Otherwise, you've got an agenda.
It's just not done.
All right. My two, yeah, because come on, this is harder than you think. All right.
Yeah.
All right. It is. All right, because there's your two, and if you didn't pick this one, you got an agenda. If you pick the other one, it's maybe a choice. All right. So, all right. I'm nervous.
I think you've got your two, and you've got your two.
No, yeah. I changed it. Just before this, so I've got my short list, but I changed it. I switched it around. I had one in, and then I was like, "Oh, do you know what? Nah. I'm sticking him in." So my two, were Chiellini, and Harry Maguire, Now, Harry Maguire didn't start the tournament, but when he came in, oh my God, the love that I've got for Man United players after this tournament is just sickening. It's like Harry Maguire, and look, let's not get it twisted. Man United fans weren't too sure on Harry Maguire halfway through the season. It was only until you didn't have him and you realised what he brought to the team, that you realised, actually, do you know what? We do actually need Harry Maguire. And that was almost the same as what it was with England. Yes, England were good. Tyrone Mings was excellent. I was worried about seeing Tyrone Mings in the England centre-back, but he was brilliant. But Harry Maguire came in and he absolutely bossed it. He has that armband tattooed on his arm. It's not even an armband. He was a monster in this tournament. Scored goals as well, and he was a threat. And I love him. I can't. Harry Maguire, he's a boss, mate. He's like an old school centre back, and if he can put more goals to his tally as well by the end of each season.
He ain't got that.
But he look at the size of him. He's got to score like in the air. Come on, in the air.
Powerfully. You see, he gets to the end of every ball and it's soft. He never heads a power header.
No, I don't understand. But if you look, you're talking about goals. If you could add goals to his game, he'd start getting spoken about in some serious conversations. But Harry Maguire was brilliant in this tournament, and Chiellini. Like I said, I swapped it before. You all know it was going to be. It was going to be Bonucci, but I put Chiellini in because he's also a boss. I just remembered the way he managed to get away with punching Jordi Alba in the face before a shootout, which was just so surreal watching him manhandle Jordi Alba before the penalty kicks. But he was brilliant. Blocks, organising the team, keeping them composed. Look, against Spain, him and Bonucci were pulled from pillar to post. And I thought England might be able to do something similar with Harry Kane dropping down and maybe pulling them out of position. But Nima said he won't be fooled by that, and he wasn't. We had no answers for them in the final. And I thought Chiellini throughout the tournament was excellent. So, he goes in my team. Who you got, Steve?
Well, Harry Maguire is a fantastic shout, but he never won it, did he? He never actually won the tournament. And he did like Spinazzola with Shaw. He didn't actually play the whole tournament. So, so for me,
true.
it had to be the two the two old men of the tournament, the two guys who, you know, who had the crown on their head, who was lifting that cup, 36, 35, Leonardo Bonucci and Giorgi Chiellini.
Can you believe he's only played one World Cup game, Bonucci?
For people,
unbelievable, isn't it?
For those two to, at that age to come in and play against the world's best and come away with, how many goals did they let in?
Probably 1, 2.
One.
I remember many.
We're talking about.
Yeah, they conceded against Spain. They conceded against Austria and England.
2.
Yeah, we're talking
about 3.
Yeah, we're talking about Donnarumma making 9 saves. There you go. This Wiley's made only had to make 9 saves. He only had to make 9 saves because of the strength of the Italian defence, and mainly those two centre halves. And they went on to win the tournament. So for me, it had to be Bonucci and it had to be Chiellini from Juventus.
Not bad.
All right.
So,
I can't argue with them. They're in my shortlist. They're in my shortlist.
You both have got my boys anyway, so that I'm happy with that. So my back 2 defenders. I've gone pretty much what you guys are going with. But let me just make it a bit more clearer for you.
Well, not the one that ain't played all the games, not that one, like Luke Shaw and Spinazzola.
Yeah, exactly.
That one.
Exactly. Here's the thing, I'm a Man United supporter, and I ain't biased. I love what Maguire did. He did amazing. He did really, really well. Then you look at the Italian centre-backs. You've got Chiellini and Bonucci, who did amazing as well. So it's obviously going to be out of those 3. Chiellini stamped in. Straight away, he got stamped in. I know he got injured and then he came back. But again, he stamped in because just defensively ridiculous. Like, them guys, Italians, that's their bread and butter. That's their life to stop goals. And they got a different feeling about it. It's like scoring a goal for them. It's like making an assist, that defending for those boys at the back. That's what it's like. So when you look at it, England were set up to not let anyone get out their back 4 either. To be fair, back 2, let's say, at the back. You've got 4 at the back, you got 2 sitting, and you got Mount in there sitting as well. So you basically got the whole team sitting. Maguire's never going to get exposed, although he had a good tournament. So for me, knowing that the back 4 at Italy, they're 4, they ain't really got loads of players sitting back. They're going at you no matter what. Clean sheets galore, defending like crazy. And that one thing that stood out when Sterling, he came at, I can't remember if Bonucci or Chiellini. I don't even know which one is which. Basically, Sterling was running at him full pace and he was just jogging back going, come on. And then Sterling had to slow down. He was like, and then he tapped the ball away from him. He just eased him off the pitch. I was like, oh my gosh, this is Sterling, you know. And this guy is standing there, old man in him like he's nothing. So that there just said, listen, them back 4, 2 of them, they're sitting in the back for me. Chiellini, Bonucci, both centre-backs, get in there. Maguire, you're very close. You ran very, very close. If you won the tournament, maybe you would have got ahead. But you didn't win the tournament. You're right, Steve. Bonucci, Chiellini, bang, sit them in that defence because that is the strongest defence you're going to get at this tournament.
Bellissimo.
They were excellent. They were absolutely excellent. Cannot complain. Cannot argue. Bonucci and Chiellini are the centre-back pairing. Boom! I need some dramatic music. All right. How are we going to do the midfield? Are we going to say the 3 or are we going to say 1? How are we going to do this?
It's obviously
all right. We're going to do the 3. We're going to do the 3. Yeah. Oh, I feel so much pressure right now. All right.
You want to mix it up? You want Steve going first or what?
Yeah, go on, Steve. Go first. Steve, go first. Steve, go first. I'm sweating.
Right, who we got here? Right, am I naming the 3? The whole
name
3.
3.
Are we getting the screen up on this, kids? For what the boys we've got already picked, or
All right.
We can get it up on the thing, can't we? I'll do it. Yes.
Go on. I can make something happen. Go on. What you got?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Ready. Right.
Yeah.
First one. Passing accuracy during the tournament off the park. 86% passing accuracy. Most period of possession on the pitch than any other player in the tournament. He never went as far as what we all expected them to go. He scored an absolute wonder goal. He got 1 assist, but he absolutely ran the midfield whenever he played, and that is Paul Pogba. He was outstanding when he, for France in every single game in those group games. He literally. He just took it. He just owned it. He owned the midfield. He had 339 passes of like when he was in possession in those games. When he was in possession and he was running at defences, 339. I looked up the stats today. Absolutely, incredible. He scored an absolute wonder goal. He's an absolute beast. I know he didn't get as far as in the tournament as what we thought France might get, but that's no slight on Paul Pogba, because every one of those games I thought he was absolutely outstanding. For me, Paul Pogba goes in that midfield. The second one, he didn't get any attempts at goal. This one, he didn't get any goals. He didn't make any goals, but he ran this midfield as well, like Pogba did. He's so good. He's only got one name. He plays for Spain. He's 18 years old, and his name is Pedri. He was absolutely incredible. 92%, right? 92% passing accuracy in the whole tournament. And out of 465 passes, he completed 430. He is the new Busquets. Without any shadow of a doubt, he is the new Busquets or the new Iniesta or the new Xavi. Yeah. This kid had a fantastic tournament. When against Italy, when we all said that, Spain have got to be extra special, he was extra special against Italy. I can't give him any bigger accolade or pat on the back than he absolutely ran. Italy were scared. They were frightened when he got on the ball, and Italy wasn't scared or frightened the whole tournament. Pedri has to go in. My last one.
We've got the same. We've got the same three, Steve. I know you're picking. You're not picking this guy. You're not picking this guy. I know who this final person is, and you've got the same three as me.
Right.
Go for it.
Now, Granit Xhaka gets load of stick for Arsenal, doesn't he? Yeah?
I know you ain't picking Granit Xhaka.
Absolute load of stick for Arsenal. This guy, right?
Yes, I know you're picking.
Gets exactly the same type of stick that he does for his club. Granit Xhaka had a great tournament, right? This guy had an even better tournament. He lifted the Euro 2020 Cup at the end of it. He plays for Chelsea. Again, he has the one name, and his name's Jorginho. Absolutely incredible. Has to go in with Pogba and Pedri. Give me that trophy now. End of.
Give me that trophy. There's no trophy. There's no trophy.
I don't need three. No, not for me. For the.
I'm gonna say. No one wins anything.
Well. We don't need three more. I don't need three more players.
What? Who are you picking, Nathan?
Mr.
No, who are you picking?
Mr. Penalty.
Nah. I know you're not even being serious. So look, I'm gonna get mine out of the way now. Yeah, because just so we can. Yeah, right. Yeah. Paul Pogba, yeah? Paul Pogba, yeah? This tournament, genius. Dropping volleyed 40, 50-yard diags across the pitch, taking the absolute mick, skills galore, running the midfield for France. When France were down, he was up. When they were rubbish, he was good. But he could. There were points when he couldn't do it on his own. I think the Kingsley Coman getting injured killed it off for France against Switzerland. And we didn't get to see more of Paul Pogba in this tournament. But yeah, I thought it was excellent. Absolutely brilliant, Paul Pogba, this tournament. And Man United should be doing everything they can to keep him for an extra year. Pedri, once again, as Steve said, this guy's 18 years of age. He glides around the pitch. Look, I'm not saying he's Messi, but he's the way he glides around the pitch is so similar. It's effortless. His ball dribbling skills is ridiculous. His passing and vision is, like they've got the new Iniesta there. And Barcelona need to be building a team around this guy because he is a serious talent. And Jorginho, I know Nathan's saying he missed a penalty. But Jorginho, if anyone saw the Italian special, I called him the puppet master because he had this Italian team on strings. He was making things tick. Everything went through him. Everything went through him. He absolutely bossed it. Jorginho. Oh,
so good they named him once.
Oh, that's the chant where it should be at Chelsea, not Boo. All right, Nathan, who have you gone for? It doesn't matter because this is the team. But go on.
I realised that. That's what I was thinking.
That's why he's stamping his feet. Go on. Come on. Tell me who you got.
Right then, what I'll do is I'll just choose the one that I agreed with you on. That was Mr. Pogbans.
All right, Pogba's.
That was Mr. Paul, who absolutely spanked the ball in the top bins. Played balls in for people that you're like, wow, that's a great ball. The guy just did it in this tournament. He did it, but the rest of his team didn't. Well, not the rest of his team. Most of the rest of his team didn't. So, Pogba's definitely in. Then, secondly, is someone I really liked watching this tournament. I know they didn't get to the finals. They didn't do that, but he redeemed himself massively. Everyone's looking at him now as, wait a minute, could we take him in the Prem? Like, could any of these teams take him in the Prem? He's done that well. He looks like he's the man. Simple. He's come back from where he came back from. I'm just happy to see him doing really, really well.
I can't stand this.
This guy's name is Renato Sanchez.
Look.
I'm telling you, the guy.
He was. Look, again. Like these are great shouts. These are great shouts. So look, I understand why you're upset, but
that's fine. No problem. My third.
It's a great shout.
Right. At least you obviously can recognize that he did well in the.
No, he did.
To me, really.
He did.
You know, obviously, guy wins the world, wins the whole thing. There's nothing you can do about that. So, but my third guy plays in the Italian side as well. And for me, he was bossing the game while we were 0-0, while we were losing 1-0, still popping it around, getting him. Everything was going through him from what I could see. Obviously, he's already still injured, but no one can get the ball off him. You've got a man like Neymar who says, there's only 5 players that are better technically than me, and he's one of them. Verratti, for me.
Oh, Verratti was awesome. He was awesome. He was awesome.
Bossed the midfield.
He was awesome.
That's him. And he's injured.
He was awesome.
So for me,
he was awesome.
He should have got in their midfield for sure. But you've got Jorginho, no problem. So that's
he was awesome.
Pogba, Verratti, and Renato Sanchez.
Yeah, look,
It's a
Verratti.
good three. It's a good three.
Verratti was on my shortlist. Verratti was one of my shortlist players. And if you look at the stats in the tournament, this is a guy that didn't play the first 2 games. And we couldn't understand why. But then we had Locatelli who was in there, and he was bossing it in there as well. So, but again, once Verratti came in, he couldn't be dropped. He could not be dropped. So I completely understand why you picked him. And yeah, he's a Galactico, isn't he? Verratti. He's top draw.
Yeah. So have we got the right wing, mid up front, and left wing now? Like right forward, left mid, right forward, centre forward, and left forward. Yeah.
Yeah. Look, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, right forward weren't easy for me, so I picked.
Easy for me.
So I picked someone who may not have been playing on the right.
Okay, that's fine.
But he was playing on the wings, so because I think that these players can't not be in there. But yeah, anyway. But yeah, no, I have picked him right forward. Go on, you can go first. Go for your 3 first. Go on.
Right, the first one, I'm hoping you all put him in. Okay, this guy.
I've got him
On it.
Probably not.
I could tell by the sparkle in your eye, yeah, who you was talking about. I know who it is. Go on.
He was the brightest spark for his country.
Yeah.
Consistently doing it every game.
Yeah.
On it. And also made sure he stayed away from any negative social media comments by the end of the tournament because of one reason. Okay? This guy, really, really on fire. His name is Raheem Sterling.
100%. Excellent.
The guy was
brilliant
for England. If it wasn't for him, we would never have got where we got. On fire. I'm having it. I'm having him. And obviously
in my
he didn't
shortlist.
get any negativity because he didn't take a penalty. All right. And I think he was off by then anyway, so he couldn't have taken one. But obviously, you're not going to be taken. Was he off by then? Did he come off? Or did he just not take a pen? I think.
No.
But anyway, he didn't take a pen, but he did really, really well the whole tournament. That's my first. Number 2, I've got in on the right side. That was Sterling on the left side, yeah. On the right side, I have got this man, the guy I wanted him to come to United a couple of years ago. Didn't end up coming, but I thought, let me see what this guy's all about. The guy had been obviously at a better club, at another club he moved, did really well there, played this tournament, and I'm like, let me see this guy firsthand now. Forget about YouTube clips. Let me see this guy firsthand. And he really, really just proved me what I thought he was. His dad was an amazing footballer as well. Scored a lot of goals.
Got it.
And you can see he's got that. He must have brought him.
I think he'll be better. I think he's going to be better.
He's going to be better.
I think he's going to be better.
Yet. But this guy, his name is Chiesa. He used to play on the right. The guy was on Italy. He was their special player. Like the one who's going to do something out of the blue. When he didn't play the first game, but when he came in the second,
he played the first.
You ain't coming.
Did he not play the first 2? Was it second?
No, he didn't play the first game, or maybe even 2. But when he did come in,
I think I was a sub in the second, didn't he?
Yeah, he wasn't even injured. In there. You had to keep him in there because he was that good.
Yeah,
Chiesa gets on the right. Yeah. Now up front, the middle position, you could do the easy option and go for Cristiano Ronaldo, but he scored mostly penalties. I'm not putting
Nah.
I'm not putting.
Although that bit of skill, that little bit of skill was quality.
And that goal he scored, counter attack, where he ripped it all the way up and they put him in and he scored. Great goal, no problem. I was gonna go for the Belgian crazy man who always seems to do really, really well. He scored good goals. They didn't get too far. They got knocked out surprisingly quite early, soon as they got through to the knockout stages. Lukaku was on course to be my guy up front in that position, but he didn't get it. Reason why is because this man, he comes back into his national team from years in the wilderness. This guy, absolutely on fire every game for his club, his country, sorry. That isn't even firing on all cylinders. This guy, consistent as hell, scored goals, looked really, really good. His name
The
is
suspense is killing me.
Benzema.
Oh, Benzema.
Benzema is my striker.
Whoa.
That's my boy. On fire. Hold up play, on it. Finishing, scoring, everything. He was on it. Loved it from him. That's my thing.
Yeah. All right.
I know it's not going to be your three. You're going to choose the team, someone from some other team that's not won anything, not got far.
Let's stop playing it down. Stop playing it down. Stop playing it down. Don't worry about who we pick. You picked your players. You done yours.
Playing with my head.
It's my turn. It's my turn for the players that are going to be in this. All right. All right. All right. Raheem Sterling. Yeah. He's not everyone's cup of tea because, as the kind of player that he is, he has to take on players and he has to take risks, and sometimes those risks don't pay off. But the majority of the time in this tournament, his risks paid off. He created chances. He made defenders take a step back because they're worried about him. His link-up play with Luke Shaw, I wouldn't be surprised if Man United were on the phone to his agent saying, "We need to make this happen down in the future. Don't sign a new deal," because he was awesome this tournament. Scored goals. Could he have done more? Yes. Could he have passed more? Yes. Is he frustrating sometimes? Yes, he is. But you get that with wingers. They sometimes they shoot from ridiculous places. Sometimes they take on a man they shouldn't, and then they should pass. But that's what they're there for. They're there to create something out of nothing. And we could have your regular day boring winger who will get to a player and then pass it sideways or just to keep possession. But Raheem Sterling weren't doing that. And as you said, if it wasn't for him, we wouldn't have got to the final. It's easy to say. Federico Chiesa was unreal this tournament. Another one who was a player to watch. And I'm so glad I called it because he's so exciting to watch. He gets on the ball, and as soon as he gets on the ball, he's going to drive forward and try and shoot. And if you're not excited by a player that does that, then stop watching football because that is what you want from a winger.
Exactly.
You want him to get the ball, you want him to take on the man, and you want him to shoot. It don't matter whether he's 20 yards, 30 yards, 10 yards. And the goals that Chiesa scored as well were quality. The goal that he scored against Austria, where he took the ball down off the volley, touch inside on his weaker foot, smashed it in the corner on the half volley. Taking the mick. Disgusting. It was ridiculous. And my centre forward, look, I could go for Harry Kane, but I'm going to go for the man who was equal with Cristiano Ronaldo, top goal scorer, Patrick Schick. Scored an outstanding goal against Scotland. I think if he can find some consistency at club level, I think this is a player that a lot of clubs will be after. Not necessarily this summer, but maybe next summer if he can have a good season. His all-round play is very good. He's an all-round striker. He's got pace, good in the air, good finisher. I think this tournament he stamped his authority on Europe and said, "Take a look at me," and that's Patrick Schick. So that is my forward line. It's Raheem Sterling, Chiesa, and Schick in my front three. Steve, who you gone for?
Right. Well, I think I'm going to pick Sterling. I was, mulling it over between two. I just want to give.
Damsgaard.
No, he was in my brain, but this is someone that no one's going to be thinking of. But you can't deny what he did at the Euros. This guy plays for Leipzig.
Yes.
He scored 4 goals.
Yep.
In 4 games. He scored 2 with his right foot. He scored 2 with his left foot. And that was Emil Forsberg of Sweden. Again, he had an excellent tournament. 4 goals in 4 games. Better than Sterling. But they're different types of players. But I was mulling over between Forsberg and Sterling.
Forsberg had an excellent tournament. He was quality.
I'm going to go Forsberg. Yeah, I'm going to go Forsberg because Sterling's going in anyway. But everything you said about Sterling is true. He's frustrating. He can be annoying, but like you spot on, Kieron, when you said that he's a winger and they just are. I can remember Robert Pires and Mark Overmars and Limpar. Sometimes they were really annoying, but they were world class footballers. And it's a shame Sterling isn't, in my eyes, a world class footballer. He doesn't come across to me as Raheem Sterling, and the words world class don't come into my head. I don't think he's consistent enough. Would he play for Bayern Munich? Would he play for Barca? I don't think so. I don't think he was. But look, let's not take anything away from him. He had a fantastic tournament, and I think one thing we should also about if we want to give Raheem Sterling like a personal message is carry this on. Carry this form on, or try to your utmost to try and carry it on. And as you say, stay away from social media, because that's why people get on their back. There's vultures out there, and just play your football and get on with it. And who knows? I mean, I don't know how old he is now, but yeah, it was between the two. But I'll go Forsberg just because of the fact Sterling's going to go, and it gives Forsberg a shout because Forsberg had an excellent tournament. 4 goals in 4 goals in 4 games. You can't get much better than that, can you? So that was fantastic. My second player, 5 matches, 5 goals, 1 with the right foot, 3 with the left foot. 1 was an header. He had 16 attempts, strong as an ox. Still took a before, was elbowed in the face and give him 2 black eyes, and he still pushed the player who was going to take it out of the way to take the penalty and whacked it in the back of the net. And that's Leverkusen's Patrick Schick. He had to go in there for me. I don't think really anybody. I don't think Lukaku had a good a tournament as Schick did. I don't think Ronaldo had a good a tournament as Schick did, and I don't think Kane had a tournament as good as Schick did. So I decided to play a centre forward, and he was my man. My last one, this guy really surprised me. Didn't know much about him before the tournament started. Didn't know anything about him, to be honest with you. Someone we all know, said that he was one to watch, and boy was he right. He got 3 assists in 5 matches. He gave the Italian defence and that's all sorts of problems when he played against them. As I said, it's the surprise of the tournament. Some would say he took all the free kicks. He took all the corners. He was 24 passes into key areas. He was a danger in every single game, and I thought and that's Leipzig's Dani Olmo.
Thought so.
Yeah, I was going to say. I think. Go on.
No, go on. That's it, mate. Yeah.
No, I was going to say. I think Dani Olmo is a great shout. He didn't start the tournament though, did he? And I think when he came in, he changed it for Spain. I think every time they brought him on, he changed it to the point where they had to start him, and they started him against Italy, and he was on fire. Very unlucky to be on the losing team. I thought he was brilliant. I didn't even know that he played for Leipzig until after the tournament, until Marie said something, and then I checked it out, and I was just like, how have Leipzig found another one? He's ex-Barcelona as well. Through the youth rank, got released. I think played in like Russia or something like that, and then went off to RB Leipzig. So good shout. I think I'm surprised you haven't got Chiesa in there, Steve.
Yeah, so am I really, because at the beginning of the tournament, as you probably know, he was the one I shouted out to be player of the tournament, and he probably didn't. And I actually forgot about the fact that Danny Olmo didn't start the tournament. That actually went out my head, and but I did have it in my head that Chiesa didn't start. So I just swung. So I think I know what Chiesa is. I think I know that he's world class. I know that what he can do. I've watched him before. He's a fantastic quality footballer. And I think it was just the surprising aspect of seeing Danny Olmo playing as someone that I hadn't watched before. All of a sudden, tear Italians' world-class defence that was unbeatable and unstoppable to pieces at times. With through balls, he had so much confidence playing against them. He didn't respect Cellini, he didn't respect Bonucci. He was just like, come on, I'm up for this, and probably man of the match for Spain along with Pedri.
And if it weren't for Spain's finishing in that game, they would have been through it easy. Just have to definitely give a shout out to the likes of Kasper Schmeichel, we spoke about, Jordan Pickford, who was excellent this tournament, Simon Kjaer, John Stones, who else? Barella was excellent, Mikkel Damsgaard, Steven Zuber, Insignia is one of my favourite players. I thought he was excellent throughout the tournament. But yes, I mean the list of players that have made that level.
Another player who again is the unexpected, and the way they performed during it when you don't expect them to was Calvin Phillips. He had a fantastic tournament, did he? I mean, in the end, he got in there, and he was. I think Nathan was the one that said that he's got in there, and you can't drop him. He's playing so well that he's cemented that place. And I was surprised that he was gonna. I didn't think he'd start. I don't think I even took him in my 26. So big shout out for Calvin.
Big shout. And manager, who would you have as the manager? Are you going to go for Mancini? Is it going to be a Vladimir Petrovic of Switzerland causing a few upsets? Who would you have as your manager?
To be fair, Switzerland got further than we'd expect them to get, and they did really well coming back from them games as well. So to be fair, I guess you could say that, but then you've got Italy who did everything right, didn't they?
Mine's Mancini.
He wins the whole thing. So he made the right decisions. He brought in his best players, unlike some people we know who does well and then you just drop them. So he made the right decisions while our manager didn't, and they reaped the rewards, and we didn't.
For me, Roberto Mancini has turned this Italy side into an absolute monster of a team.
Here's a question then for you guys.
Well,
who was your second goalkeepers?
Second goalkeeper.
Oh, my second goalkeeper. Oh yeah, that's a good point. We've got to pick a goalkeeper. I would have gone for Donnarumma.
Right. Who was your goalkeeper, Steve?
Yeah, probably Donnarumma or Suba, but Donnarumma.
Right. So Donnarumma gets in then, doesn't he?
Yeah. Sorry, not Suba. Summers. Sorry.
Summer. Yeah. Out of the three, I would have gone for Donnarumma on this one.
Yeah.
I thought Kasper Schmeichel was excellent, especially against England. He was outstanding against England.
He was.
But Donnarumma, not a bad team. We've got Donnarumma in goal, Carl Walker at right back, Luke Shaw at left back, Chiellini and Bonucci, the champions at centre back, Paul Pogba, Jorginho and Pedri in central midfield, a forward line of Raheem Sterling, Federico Chiesa and Patrick Schick with a manager of Roberto Mancini. That's not a bad team. That's not a bad team. No matter whoever we didn't get in there ourselves, you're looking at it and thinking, do you know what? I'll take that.
Yeah, I've got a question for both of you. Out of that team that's going along now, which one did you think? Is there anybody there you think No, he shouldn't be in there.
But this is my thing, though, isn't it? When I look at gay players, you know, I just think, for me, I was looking at it going, yeah, great team. But Benzema did it against, you know, not he did it against them, but you can see the quality of his finishing, the quality what he's about. I just know that he'd do it against any of the teams they'd come up against. So in my mind, I put him ahead because I see him as a superior player and he did really well. So that's the kind of way I think about it. But to be fair, the rest of the team, even like the Pedri, the Jorginho, I'm happy with them being in there, even though I didn't choose them. That's the only player that I would say I'd still take out. But yeah, everyone else, happy.
Considering that's pretty much my team, I'm not going to change anyone. So yeah, I can't really complain. I understand what Nathan's saying about Benzema, because he surprised me how easily he slotted back into the French team, in a French team that didn't necessarily need him because they are world champions and they are excellent still. And yeah, he's made himself a presence in that team. So yeah, I completely understand that. But I'm picking the guy who was top goal scorer in the tournament.
So how many players were not in your starting lineup there? Because I've got 3.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
2 players.
Yeah?
Donnarumma
goalkeeper
and Harry Maguire.
I got Donnarumma. I got Donnarumma, Harry Maguire, Shaw, Chiesa.
Right. Okay. Good.
Yeah, but I expect.
And you?
I got 3. So 2, 3, and 5 is it?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, not that it's a competition. It's not.
That's not bad.
It's not.
For you to get most near enough all the players that we all chose.
Yeah.
That means you win the whole thing there.
Oh, is there a prize?
I don't know, but
is there a prize? Anyway. I didn't know there's a prize, but I'll take that. I'll take that. All right.
Teams in there. You got to be the most happy.
Right. Do you know what? Do you know what disappoints me? I know if he was played, he would be in that side. You know what I'm going to say, didn't you?
Grealish.
Yeah.
He
wasn't played, and it's just,
we can't do this. We can't do this.
I know he should have played. His name should be going across that screen there in white, and you know, and the reason why I brought it up is because we all know football. We've all, you know what we're talking about, and we know, you know, we know that he would be in there.
Did England score too early? Or did we just not control the game enough?
There's no too early in any football match for me. All I know is Italy bossed the game as they would normally do. We played how I thought we would do before, without the goal, if you get what I mean. I hoped that we got that goal, and then we were able to hold on until Grealish came on. But the difference was we got the goal, we passed it around without hurting them, then without hurting them, looking good.
We did that against Croatia.
Then we didn't have the ball. Then we just didn't have the ball. Then tried to defend the whole game. I was like, surely we're not going to try and finish this whole game just defending all game. Like, surely manager's going to bring on Grealish now and go for it. I know we're 1-0 up, but we've got to go and make something happen. Otherwise, they're going to score sooner or later. Doesn't happen. And then he brings on the boys too late. And then, obviously, not enough changes as well, like for like. And then still no Grealish. And then still Mount sitting in there defending, helping defend. We needed people helping attack. You need to go for it at them points, and he didn't. So his fault. I hope he learns for it next tournament. You've got to play your better players, like in attack. I'm talking about. You've got to play your more able players to break down staunch defenses, and that's what he didn't do. It's like playing Lingard over Bruno, and you're sitting there going, "Why are you playing Lingard for when you got Bruno?" Like if you're playing against like Real Madrid in the semi-finals of the Champions League, you're going to put Lingard and put Bruno on the bench? No, you're not. You're going to put on Bruno because you're like, he could probably unlock the door a bit more. They're not saying nothing wrong about any of the players, but you just need that bit more of something. And that's what Grealish is. He's that player who can fit into any team in the world, and he will hurt teams. Any team. There's not a team that he can't go to right now and play first team starting.
No.
For me.
All right, on that note, I'm going to go and yeah, cry in a corner. I was just getting over it.
Sorry.
And now I've been brought back down to earth. Do you know what? I've not really spoken about it, to be honest. I've not really spoken about the whole game, how it went. It was. There's no point. There's no point right now. There's no point right now.
It's just game management. It was the game management was poor.
It just very much reminds. Yeah, it just very much reminds me of how we did against Croatia. We got the early goal with Kieron Trippier. We're playing really nice football. We just couldn't score. Early difference now. I'm not sure we really went for the second goal in this game, that's the kick in the teeth. Because you can go out trying, but it's when you've not taken risks. I've said it earlier. I just feel like I'm repeating myself. I said it in a couple of games earlier. I think it might have been against Scotland. We weren't taking risks. We don't take risks. And when your team don't take risks and you lose, it hurts even more. If your team lose and you took risks, you tried this and you tried that, then so be it. But, look, this team has gone from the team that no one really thought would do anything with this manager. They've got to a semi-final and a final. So as Nathan said, let's hope they learn from it and go forward and can take it a step further and bring a trophy home. Right. Thank you everyone for joining us today. Thank you for joining us, Steve.
Pleasure, mate. Enjoyed it.
Good. Thank you for joining us, Nathan.
It's been great.
All right. People, sorry about the somber ending, but this is my team and it hurts, all right? But peace out, people. Yes, Premiership back soon. Yeah? And we've got some great live pundits and all sorts. We've got them coming to you, all right? Pre-match, post-match, in the stadiums at some of the biggest games in the league. Yes, you heard it here first. All right, people. Peace out. Stay safe and wash your hands.